It's been 3 decades since Axel Foley was last on our screens, but Eddie and his Beverly Hills Cop castmates are back together and bringing the heat.
And that laugh. Dickie sat down with Eddie for an exclusive interview.
In 1984, we met the freewheeling Detroit police officer who was on a mission to solve a murder case.
I have to ask you some questions about Michael Tandina.
A case that took him all the way to the palm trees of Beverly Hills.
I just got off the phone with an Inspector Todd in Detroit. He says if you're out here investigating the Tandino murder, you needn't bother coming back.
Beverly Hills Cop was unlike anything audiences had seen before. An instant box office smash and star maker for Eddie Murphy.
I've never been to a cell that had a phone in it. Can I stay for a while? Because I ordered some pizza.
With a movie this big, the obvious next step was to make another.
I'm going deep undercover.
Back where he doesn't belong.
Eddie reuniting with Judge Reinhold and John Ashton to bring audiences more action comedy magic.
Hey! Say how long you're gonna break it! I need authorization. Authorize!
There was even a third movie released in 1994, but we don't need to dwell on that.
I want this man arrested.
Now, 30 long years after we last saw him, Axel Foley is back on the beat.
This isn't my first time in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I saw that. 84, 87, and then 94.
After his daughter's life is threatened, Axel teams up with a new partner and some old friends to turn up the heat and crack a conspiracy.
I'm on an undercover mission with Achmed Foley.
Congratulations, this is terrific. What did it take to get you back in the saddle?
A good script. Over the years, the scripts that they were writing weren't quite right, so it took 30 years to get the right script.
The characters you play are all so rounded. We believe them, we're invested in them. What's the essence of Axel?
Because he's like the everyman. He's like, he's not Superman and doesn't play by the rules, so people can relate to him. He didn't have a cape and a tight suit and flying around. He's like Rocky, he's like the Rocky's regular guy that rises to the occasion.
What was it like putting the team back together?
And in the beginning, it was like, wow, we're here all these years later. I don't know what the biggest gap is, but 40 years from the first one seems like that's a pretty big gap for not a lot of movies have that.
Hey, we stole a helicopter! I didn't realize that you couldn't really fly a helicopter. Otherwise, I would have came up with a different idea.
Do you have a sense of how these characters of yours, this character resonates around the world? It's not something you think about every day.
Yeah, I don't. But I'm aware that Beverly Hills Cop was popular all around the world. It's the first movie that starred a black person that was global all around the world. So it has a pop culture historic significance.
And it was one of the first films that mixed kind of action.
It's the first movie, the beginning of the action comedy genre. Before Beverly Hills Cops, the cops were hard, Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry, and Go Ahead Make My Day. And after Beverly Hills Cop, that's where you start hearing like people saying, hasta la vista, baby, and yippee-ki-yay. Jerry Bruckheimer created the action comedy.
Well, he said that you and him came out and people didn't laugh where you thought they'd laugh.
At the first premiere, it was like quiet because the audience had never seen anything like it. So they're just kind of like looking, and I was like, what the f? I was like, oh no. I have to go back to Saturday Night Live.
Whoa, what are you doing?
I'm getting us some backup.
God, I missed you, Axel.
Oh, I missed him too. I love it.
Dude,
You okay?
I am good. Yes, I'm good.
You've got a throat lozenge. Tune into a current
Vegemite in my
affair.
teeth.
A current affair tonight for Dickie's full chat with Eddie. Beverly Hills Cop Axel F lands on Netflix on July 3. The Ice Cream Man is coming.
Yes.
Still full?
I'm just worried about what I've got in my teeth.
That's all right.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my goodness, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?
Always happens.